What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jordxn. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about mental problems that a lot of artists deal with on the regular. You know, some people don't like to talk about it. Some people get things bottled up. Some people don't have nobody to vent to. Some people just don't know who to talk to. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a therapist. I'm not none of that. But listen, I can listen to you. I can talk to you. You can vent to me, and I can understand you. Like, I kind of want to understand where y'all coming from. I just want to show y'all that y'all not alone, because there are thousands of artists that watch this channel and they probably feel the same way that you feel. And you know, we're gonna do this every single month because I want to see y'all like try to get better, try to figure out what's going on with y'all, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can stay out y'all head so much, so y'all can create music, so y'all can build the confidence to go out and chase your dreams to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that for y'all. So let's get into the video. And the first problem that a lot of artists deal with is self-doubt, and this is very common. You know, a lot of us doubt ourselves way more than we should, you know. And the first thing we gotta ask ourselves is like, why don't we believe in ourselves? Why we don't have that confidence? Is it our beats aren't good enough, our songs not good enough, our mixes not good enough, our aesthetic isn't good enough? We self-conscious about how we look. You don't think you're good enough, look good enough to be a rapper. You think your accent might be crazy, whatever reason it might be. You might think your drip ain't fly enough. You know what I'm saying? You might think like, I can't put music out because I don't have music videos. I can't put music out because this. I can't put music out because of that. Whatever reason it might be, like, just stop doubting yourself. Like, you might always feel bad because nobody in your family supports your music. They always downplay you. And that's common. Like, a lot of people in your family, they want to see you go to school, get a degree, you know what I'm saying, get a good job, because when you get a degree, you have some type of security because you can use your degree to get a job. But when it comes to music, it's no type of security. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a guarantee that if you go buy Pro Tools, Ableton, whatever, an Apollo, a microphone, MacBook, PC, whatever, record songs, buy your beats, it's not a guarantee that you're gonna become rich and successful in music. And that alone right there, what I just said, could also lead to people doubting themselves, because it's hard and it's not easy. And this is the thing you want to know. It's like, to become a creator, be a creative, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? The song making might come easy, but building a following is not going to be easy. Showing people that you are serious and dedicated to chasing your dreams is not easy. And that's what we have to work on. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of artists are competing with, in their minds, that they're competing with Lil Baby or they're competing with Travis Scott. You're not competing with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, you're competing with the people that's on your level. You know what I'm saying? You're competing with the other rappers in your city, the other rappers in another city that's around the same age, making the same type of music that you're making. You're competing with them. That's what you need to be worried about, outworking them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to stop doubting yourself. You should be spending the time figuring out what you like to make. Who are you? That's one of the hardest things a lot of people can't answer right now, because they don't really know who they are, because they're finding themselves. And that's what I need you to do. Go find yourself. Find what makes you happy. If making music doesn't make you happy, like, what are you doing it for? Who are you trying to prove wrong? Because if you're making music to prove people wrong, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? You want to make music because you love it. You want to do it. Regardless if you become famous, if it's therapeutic. And I know it's therapeutic for a lot of people, because a lot of people go through a lot of things. People deal with depression. People deal with anxiety. You know, whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to vent. And a lot of people don't have people to vent to, so they make music. You don't have to be a good artist to vent. If making music eases your mind, helps you get through dark times, whatever, like, make your music. Forget about what other people say. And one of the ways you can stop doubting yourself is stop setting your goals super high, right? We can have like a super high goal, right? So let's say our super high goal is to be bigger than Drake, right? So our goal is up here. We want to be bigger than Drake. That's our ultimate goal, all right? We can set a large goal here. So we can set a large goal here. It's like, get a $30 million deal or something right here, right? We can have that here. All right. Let's see, what could be another goal? So we can have those, like, our ultimate goal be a bigger artist than Drake, and here we get like a $30 million deal here. So that'll be our large goal. So a lot of people just think they're gonna be the next Drake. They go from buying a microphone, making a couple songs, to being up here. That's their ultimate goal, like here. So what we need to focus on is small goals. We need to set I fucked up. So we need to set short-term goals. So whatever it is, we need to set a goal here, 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 here. We need to build stepping stones, like a ladder, to try to reach one of these goals. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not all gonna make up here bigger than Drake. We're not all gonna make it here. You know what I'm saying? So success is gonna be tailored to each individual. So it's like we gotta figure it out. So we go step here, 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 here. Sometimes we might have to sidestep and go here. Like everybody's path is gonna be different. So you can always doubt yourself, but we gotta work through it. You know, we have to meet certain goals to build the confidence. So the only way to stop doubting yourself is to put in work, and once you put in work, you start to see results, and when you see the results, you start to feel better about yourself. You start feeling better about chasing your dreams, because you right now, the artist, you're probably like, I want to do music, I'm not getting no plays, no views, ain't nobody following me, don't nobody know who I am. But if you start putting in the work, you start marketing your songs, making your songs better, figuring out what times to drop your songs, where to drop your songs, where to promote your songs, how to interact with people, how to network with people, then you slowly start to see your streams increase, your followers increase, you start engaging with fans and stuff like that. That's gonna make you feel good. That's gonna make you feel better. That's gonna give you the confidence to be like, yo, regardless of what anybody says, I know I'm doing something that's dope, that's great, that's gonna help people, whatever. That's what you want to do. So listen, set your ultimate goal up here, set a large goal here, and set like 1,000 short-term goals to meet, and just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would say. That's what I would try to do myself anyway. And if you really, really, really need to talk to somebody, like, get a therapist, man. I have some links in the description to some type of counseling in the comment section. All right, so look, and the second problem that a lot of artists deal with when it comes to their mental is dealing with feedback. You're probably thinking, like, how could feedback tie back into like some type of mental problem that artists would deal with? But listen, it's the fake, false, positive feedback that people get, right? Because the fake, positive feedback helps paint a false reality for the artist, right? And also, like, the negative feedback and the hate and the constructive criticism, all that still ties apart into the feedback and how it affects the artist's vision to see their art for what it really is. Because, for example, your mom loves you to death, right? Some of y'all moms out there will tell you that y'all music is trash, right? Because they love you and they really will tell you it's trash. But then on the other hand, you got your moms that are gonna tell you that even if your song is horrible, they're gonna tell you that it's good because they love you. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to see you hurt. And people got to get out of that. And that just paints a false narrative, because if you're bad, right, but if a lot of people that you love, that you trust, that's been around you forever, tell you that your music is good, when a person comes along and be like, yo, your song isn't good, and that's gonna make you feel confused, because like your whole life people have been telling you that you're good, that you're great, that you're amazing, that your music is like something that they never heard before, that it should be on the radio, blah 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 blah. And then comes along a person that's like, yo, like, your mix isn't good, the song isn't good, the hook isn't good, it's not catchy, you're off beat, your timing is off. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna know how to handle that. Just because you feel like you do a lot of research, knowledge, and apply everything that you learn, that doesn't mean it's gonna be good all the time. And that's when it comes to learning how to deal with feedback. So you're gonna get negative feedback. You gotta learn how to take negative feedback, all right? Like, it's nothing personal. Like, you gotta learn how to separate your music from you, right? Because I understand it's kind of hard because your music is personal, whatever. So when it comes to it, you want to be able to try to understand when people say negative things, right? See if they're being positive in the negativity. So it's like, if somebody tells you your song is trash, that's just negative, right? That's just negative. It's just empty. But if they tell you your song is trash, then go into detail on why it's trash, you can find the positivities in the negatives that they're pointing out. You know what I'm saying? And this also goes back into with the first thing I was talking about, with the self-doubt. You'll have the confidence to sit there and be like, okay, your ego is checked, and now I can be like, okay, let me sit back and be like, yo, am I really off beat? Are my lyrics really shallow? Does my beat selection need better improvement? Like, you can do that then. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it's all about building the confidence. You got to have the self-awareness about yourself too, because you got to be able to feed through the hate. You got to be able to feed through the constructive criticism. You got to be able to work through it and take what is going to be beneficial to you, because people are going to talk. You can't make people love your music. You can't make everybody love your music, and that's the problem that a lot of people face, because a lot of people make music because they want people to love them, everybody to love them. They want the world to love what they do because they feel they're so special. You know what I'm saying? So what I gotta say to people that can't really deal with feedback, we gotta understand, why can't we deal with feedback? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people deal with it, you know. So it's up to you. Like, it's up to you. You gotta have the confidence about yourself, and you know what I'm saying, I can't force you to have that confidence in yourself, right? You gotta go through the pain. Like, we all have to go through it. Like, when I started making YouTube videos, man, it was people that was coming in on my videos like, your video's trash, you're trash, da 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 da. Like, people say I'm trash to this day. I don't care what people gotta say, because it's people out there that's watching this video right now that love what I do. So I do what I do for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of the 1, 2, couple hundred people that might say I'm trash, bro, it's thousands of people that love me. So guess what? I gotta focus my energy to the people that love me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want you to do. People that want to see me get better, people that want to see me win, just like I want to see y'all win. You know what I'm saying? It's people that want to see me win. So it's like, you gotta learn how to deal with the feedback. You know what I'm saying? Ignore the hate. You know what I'm saying? Because the market is the market. People are gonna tell you what you need to know, regardless if you like it or not, because your music is a product. You're a product. You know what I'm saying? You're walking art. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody tell you, give you a negative review, see if the negative review, anything in the review was true. And if it was true, fix it. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be some time. Like, that's gonna take time, work through that. And the third problem that a lot of artists deal with is being scared of success and failure. You're probably wondering, like, how can somebody be so scared of success? Like, it's a difference between rapping and trying to get on, and rapping and staying on. Because once you get on, man, you're responsible for a lot of people. A lot of people got jobs around you. You're probably going to take care of your family, your mama, your little sister, your aunties, your little brothers, whoever. You're going to be taking care of a lot of people, and those people are going to depend on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to play on your mental. That's going to put extra pressure on you, extra stress on you, because it's like, I got to get this money, I got to do this, I got to do that, because I got 40 people depending on me. You know what I'm saying? That puts you in like a parental type of a role, because you're like, these people don't pay their rent if I don't get money. If I don't drop hits, they don't eat. If I don't drop hits, they can't pay their rent. If I don't drop hits, they can't buy their kids nothing for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are scared of success because a lot of people come from like small towns. They come from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, they think they friends gonna think they changed. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't go with you to the top. So it's like, people are scared of success because they don't want people to think they changed. And you know what I'm saying? And that can play on your mental, because it's like, you feel like you got wings and you need to elevate, but your other people don't want to elevate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to distance yourself. And a lot of people are scared of distance themselves because they don't want to have to deal with it. They feel bad for leaving people behind. But listen, them people not going to feel bad for keeping you behind when they know you talented and you should be doing something else, like your music. Like, you could be a bigger artist if you left your hometown. You just scared to leave. You know what I'm saying? You could be a good engineer. Like, stop recording at the crib if you just go to the studio, apply, get the internship. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the chance, take the risk. You know what I'm saying? Be the producer that just ups and moves somewhere to a bigger city, trying to get your name out there, whatever. Like, sometimes people are scared of success. Like, people can do things, but people don't want to do it. They always have the idea of like, I could do this if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I could be a rapper if I actually took it seriously, but then they turn around and say I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I deal with people like that all the time. People like, oh, I want to do this, I can't wait till I get this and this, or I can do this. Like, I know people that stay in Metro Atlanta that's like, yo, I wish I stayed closer to the city so I could be a part of the art scene, the music scene, and this and that. It's like, bro, you stay 20 minutes from downtown. You can go there anytime you want to. You just choose not to because you're using it as an excuse, because you're scared to be success, or you're scared to fail. Because a lot of people are scared to fail. They put too much pressure on themselves. They think they're not supposed to fail. Like, and this is the problem that a lot of people deal with, because a lot of people, what people say, like, we live in the generation or society where people get 8th place trophies, 12th place trophies, participation trophies, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And the music industry doesn't give out participation trophies. It's either you're gonna win or you're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? And the people that win, they lose and lose and lose and lose and lose until they win. So what are you gonna do? Because you can't be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Every song you drop is not gonna be a hit. You know what I'm saying? Every mix you do is not gonna be the best mix ever. Look, and another thing, failure is gonna be different for people, just like success is gonna be different from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, I guess, let's say for example, if Drake sells 100,000 first week, that's a failure for Drake. That's a fail for Drake. All right. But if a nigga like who not really like super Drake level, right? Drake level. Who the fuck can I say? Who the fuck can I say? I guess Coil Ray. Like, if Coil Ray do 100,000, that's a win. That's success for her. But a failure for Drake, because Drake is the biggest artist in the world. No way in the world he should be doing 100K first week. But if somebody lesser than Drake does more, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got to stop comparing themselves to like a Juice WRLD. You're not gonna be the next Juice WRLD, right? Taz Taylor and them keep trying to make the next Juice WRLD over and over and over and over. Like, you can be inspired by Juice WRLD all you want to. You can be inspired by X all you want to. But listen, you can be a variation of them, but you're never gonna be better than them. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're never gonna be better than them, because like, they set the bar for who they are in the lanes that they were in, and them passing early, that just cemented them as a legend. Nothing will ever be better than them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, success for everybody is gonna be different, right? Failure for everybody is gonna be different. And listen, artists, you gotta stop feeling bad for having to leave people behind, man. I used to feel the same way that y'all feel, man. Like, I had to cut off so many friends. Like, I left so many friends behind, man. Even chasing like the YouTube dream, because a lot of my friends, they were secretly in competition with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they felt they knew what I knew because they've been doing music as long as me. You know what I'm saying? But they never applied none of the stuff that they claimed that they knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since I got in my bag, for real, like with the YouTube shit, man, I lost friends. Like, bro, my phone, like this phone right here, bro, I literally only talk to maybe 4 people that's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 people. And then I holler at my folks that's in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Like, the YouTube channel, the people like that, those are my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't feel bad, man, for leaving people behind. So like, if you feel like if you got this feeling, like you've been having this feelings, like, I gotta get out of this town, I gotta get out of this state, I gotta go somewhere new, somewhere where I can be appreciated, go there, get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, find a way, because the only way that you can be successful and be happy being successful is that, like, you gotta take the risk. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fail a couple times. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fail a couple times. You gotta learn. Like, everybody gotta learn. It's all trial and error. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, stop being so hard on yourself. Try to stay out your head as much as you can, and just try to understand that it's like, you're not alone. It's a lot of people that feel like this, and it's a lot of people that used to feel like this and they work through it, and people still have to deal with this, because once you become successful, like, none of this stuff goes away. You're still gonna doubt yourself, but you gotta learn how to work through it. You gotta deal with it. You gotta, like, work through it. It's like a work in progress. Like, always keeping your mental up. You always want to be in a good space. You want to eat right, you want to sleep right, you want to read, you want to stay being creative. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself. Like, that's like one of the overall points I hope to get out of this series of like videos, like these mental type videos, because it's like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Too much pressure could end your life, could ruin your life, could make you make a lot of irrational decisions. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to make irrational decisions. All right, so look, what we finna do now, we finna read the comments that's on the post, and we're just gonna talk about that for a little bit more. So just stick around to the end of the video, see what people gotta say, see if you're dealing with some of the stuff that they dealing with. So let's get into it. So right here, man, you see it for 4 days ago. It's like, what's some of the mental problems artists have to deal with? Alright, so we got my boy Snake Eyes. Alright, so my boy Snake Eyes, he wrote it down. Like, I like this, man. This is good. Let's see what he's talking about. For me, it's 6 factors. 1, when doing everything by yourself. He wrote kind of crazy, but I think I can read it. When you're doing everything by yourself, you may think probably you know you're gifted, but sometimes you get in that mode where you need a second opinion, reassurance, that you on the right track. That uncertainty causes stress, because you feel like you're crazy. And the thing about it is, man, being a creative, going against the grain, doing something that's not normal, that society considers normal, is crazy. Like, you're gonna be crazy. Becoming an artist, doing it, whatever, you're crazy. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think Kanye is super crazy, but the man is just super creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna call you crazy, man, but the man's a creative genius, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So it says, the fear of failure and inability to reach your goals, dreams. It doesn't seem realistic that we can't accomplish it, so you feel like you're destined to live in your current state forever. Alright? To accomplish those dreams and goals, you need money. You got all the expenses you need covered, and there's a lot of pressure to have your music ready already with mix and master. Alright, you say you're afraid no one's gonna see your talent if your music is 100% mixed to so-called industry standard. And it says, when you know you're good, yet you're working a 9 to 5, yet you're still in the same way. You feel embarrassed, ashamed, so you put yourself down. See, this goes back to being self-doubt, and I know a lot of people feel this way. You spend a lot more time doing shit you don't feel like you're doing to accomplish your goals, and that goes to like self-sabotaging yourself. Like, people got to stop doing that too. And then number 6 is like, you think you're too ugly to be on camera. And yeah, like, people really feel like this. Like, we got 7 comments. Alright, so let's go down. So Jordan says, self-doubt / believing in yourself, not so going against the grain, not riding waves. See, 23 likes on this. Like, this is crazy. Like, a lot of people really feel like this, and that's crazy. Like, a lot of people are scared to go against the grain. You know, people want to ride the waves, and that's like a thing that a lot of people often do. That's like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like, overthinking about other people's opinions on songs. Yeah. Yeah, that's dealing with feedback. Like, a lot of people care too much about what people say. Like, they're scared. Like, people be real like scared of feedback, because if it's not positive, they don't know how to deal with rejection. And like, it's positivity even in the negative shit, you know what I'm saying? So let's keep reading. Okay, feeling hopeless about my career. It's too many artists out in the game. Some folks are really lucky to make it. Some folks got connection or have label doing everything for them. Secondly, feel lost. Don't want to make the type of music that is meaningless, like some killing shit, but that's what the fans like in mainstream do. If you put some lyrical songs, rap about end up staying underground and never make it to the mainstream. See, the thing, this is the interesting thing that a lot of people think, right? People don't really see like the beauty in all of this, right? So let's say Hobson is an underground artist, right? But people know him. He has a cult-like following. He makes millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people that aren't like mainstream and make a career. Like, you don't have to be mainstream to have fans, to be successful. But this goes back to what I was saying earlier about people like having goals. Like, what is their ultimate goal? What is their long-term goals? Like, what are all their short-term goals that's gonna build a foundation to be able to potentially reach their long-term goal or their ultimate goal? You know what I'm saying? So like, you want to make what you're gonna make. Like, if you want to get into the music industry for the money and strictly the money, so guess what? Make what's gonna put you on. If you don't want to make that type of music, you want to make music that means the world to you, make that music. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it being like popular. That's the thing. Like, do people want to make money and have a successful rap career and do what they love, or do they want to be popular? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, I feel like people just want to be popular. They don't even care about the money. They just want people to love them and their music, right? So, you know, it's just like a work in progress. Like, I feel like this is a good start to how we're gonna connect better, how people can just understand what people are dealing with and how to maneuver through their artist career, creative career. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so here we go. Like, some days my vocal mastering is on point, other days just horrible. I really doubt myself, but I stay humble and try again every day. See, the try again every day, I stay humble, that's important here. You know what I'm saying? Because some days you're gonna have good days. It's days where I try to shoot videos and I just don't feel it. The videos come out like shit. But guess what? I keep shooting. You know what I'm saying? I keep shooting. Like, I mean, shit, I gotta work through that. And, you know, just like recording songs, mixing songs, making beats, it's like some days you're gonna have days where you just don't feel it. And you're gonna have days where you just can't miss. Like, it comes and goes. But if you give up every time you don't really do nothing, like, you're never gonna get better. So here we go. We got another one. Uncomfortable with their quality, can't find beats, can't mix and master, don't know nothing about engineering or beat making. See, this the thing. Uncomfortable with their quality. This is like a bigger question within the point, because quality right here, like the word quality, that's subjective, right? That can be with pretty much anything. And then we got can't find beats, can't mix, can't master, don't know nothing about engineering. Like, yeah, we can learn the things about engineering. We can learn how to find beats. You know, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, like a lot of people deal with a lot of different things, and we're seeing that right here on display right now. So we got self-doubt, self-discovery, trying new things and stepping out of your comfort zone, finding your voice or style, getting out of your head. See, I told y'all, this is one of the most common things that a lot of artists deal with, because a lot of artists doubt themselves. Why do they doubt themselves? Because they do not know themselves. How do you know yourself? You have to try new things. You have to step out your comfort zone. You have to see what you don't like. You have to see what you like. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna help you to get out of your head. Let's see. Being new to making music, whatever you're trying to learn. Yeah, a lot of people, they put too much stress because they supposed to feel like they're supposed to be like really, really good from day one, and everybody's not really, really good from day one. Okay, so being too repetitive, yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one as well. Like, especially words and topics. Like, a lot of people, the topics not so much, because people pretty much make songs about the same topics over and over, but the words, they make it different. The genres make it different. The vibes, everything make it different. Finding the right beats for your style. See, this is the thing. When it comes to finding the right beats for your style, a lot of artists will sit there and say they are the anomaly, they're the special one that can do everything. And if I tell an artist that they can't do everything, they will automatically respond with anger, or be like, what you mean I can't do everything? I can do everything. But it's like, you have to pay attention to what works in like the world, right? The baby makes his style music. He doesn't really super step out on his albums and just make pop music or rock and roll music. If he hops on the rock and roll song, it's probably going to be a feature. It's not going to be like his whole album style, right? Like Drake does one dance. All Drake records ain't like dance hall type records, right? Drake albums be R&B rappy, not dance hall-y. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting though. Okay, so it's like, find other creators to vibe with and learn from. All right, see, this is the difference. Like, a lot of people, when they surround themselves with creators, they're not surrounding themselves with creators to vibe with or learn from. They're surrounding themselves for creators to try to link with them to ride their wave, and that's for the wrong reason. So it's like, when you're around creators, you want to be around creators for the right reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, worrying about the public opinion, that's important, because a lot of people are very worried about what people have to say about them. You know what I'm saying? And this fear of public opinion keeps a lot of songs unreleased, a lot of artists like hiding. You know what I'm saying? Hiding from the world. Like, if you're talented, you need to share your art with the world. You need to share your talent with the world. And here we go. We got being harsh on yourself. that goes back to the self-doubt. Like, people are too hard on themselves, and it's crazy. Like, it's hard, I understand it, but you know what I'm saying, like, you shouldn't be that hard on yourself. Alright, so Young KD says frustration, music doesn't come out how you expect it. Alright, so this is the thing, right? So the frustration part, like, pretty much anything can get you frustrated, especially like you say your music don't come out how you expect it. But say, like, alright, for example, music doesn't come out how you expect it. Like, you could write this down on a piece of paper and figure out what is it that's not coming out right what you expected. Could it be your vocals aren't, like, they're not mixed right, the vocal performance don't hit right, the beat isn't good, like, it doesn't sound good? Like, what's wrong? We need to write out what's wrong versus just always saying it's not coming out how we expected. So this will help clear up some of that frustration, because you're actually trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be rushing, you might be sleepy trying to do something, you might be on too many drugs, you might be whatever, like, it might be your gear, it might be your microphone. Like, we have to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We just can't do the bare minimum and expect, like, super top-notch quality. You know what I'm saying? We can't do the bare minimum and expect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, we just gotta figure out what's going on, you know? So YD Band said OCD, keep reading over the same lyrics, making sure it sound right and on point. Okay, I can see that. A lot of people will never finish a song because they're like, I don't know, it's not good enough, I don't know, it's not good enough, I don't know, it's not good enough. Like, I can see that could keep a lot of people from, you know, putting songs out. But it's like like, it sound right and on point, but then again, it's like, fans still make those decisions on what sounds right and if it's on point or not. Like, you like the judge before it goes out, but just like, the fans got to get the feedback. You know, you could tie this back into, like, dealing with feedback, right? So here we go. Being in my head at times, and you know, people do be in their heads at times, and usually a lot of times and at the wrong times, especially when it comes to putting out music. Alright, so my boy has self-doubt and not being able to take criticism. Why can't you take criticism? Do you take it personal? Do you think people are hating on you? Like, what is it? That's the question. It's like, this is the thing. It's like, this is, I don't know. Like, why do people not people know how to take criticism? That's gonna be interesting, because I want to figure that out. I want to find out, like, what's some of the hardest things to take criticism, because I've been working on that for years. Honestly, because it's like, if somebody tells me, like, they don't like a video, they be like, you use too much Autotune, like, I just block it out at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I block it out. Like, I might be like, is the Autotune too much? But then I'll be like, you know what, it sound good, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned how to deal with hate and deal with criticism, like, figuring out, like, is it constructive or is it just hate? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it helpful or is it just hate? You know, it just depends. Like, it depends on the person, though. Talk about doing a lot of work on a song, engineering, producing the beat, and not getting paid for the work. Yeah, I always take deposits. If you're gonna do that, man, take deposits. Like, that's gonna stop a lot of that. Like, if you're really about your money, man, start taking deposits. Artists be trying to finesse all the time, you know what I'm saying? But look, if you're doing work for artists, man, make sure they pay deposits. Okay, so we got Dragonox. I think that's it, Dragonox. I don't know, I ain't want to mess your name up. So we got self-doubt, another one. So I told you, like, the self-doubt thing is one of the biggest problems that a lot of artists face, and it's not believing themselves and their talent, always afraid of other people's judgment, and scared of their voice being heard. Like, if you're scared of your voice being heard, why are you recording your voice? You know what I'm saying? So that's the question. What we got to understand is, like, what are you doing music for? Like, what's your level of success? What's your dream? Like, are you making music just to make it, just to vent, just as a hobby, just something to do? Is it fun doing it, hanging out with your friends doing it? Like, what is your reason? Like, this is, like, you gotta know why you're doing something, right? Like, if I know I like creating content for people, I love creating content. Like, I'm a creative person. I just want to be creative, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I will make content regardless. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if I ever get 100,000 subscribers or not, it's like I'm still gonna make content. It's gonna frustrate me if I don't get subscribers and shit, but it's like I love making content, but it's like I'm gonna still make content. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I used to be scared. Like I used to be scared of people hearing my voice, because it's like, what if people not really like think my content is helpful? Like what if people don't think this? What if people don't think that? But then I just got out of my head and was like, you know what, fuck it, let me just put this content out, and the people that's gonna fuck with it gonna fuck with it, and the people that fuck with it, I'm gonna keep making more content for the people to fuck with it, and like fuck with the people that don't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. So we got one person that says, which platform to go all in on or stretch on across everyone? See, whatever platform you want to go all in on, you gotta try them all. You try them all and figure out your top 3, and then go crazy from there. Let's see. You on Jukebox. Anxiety is such a big one. My first time. Okay. First, anxiety of stepping in the right for the first time, like 99% of people hate hearing their own voice. It's about the future. Secondly, putting your work online when you're still, especially learning from it can be daunting to put the responses. Thirdly, performing. Hell, I'm gonna have to start going to spoken word, open mics, or start some drama classes to get over stage fright. That shit's scary. Then not to mention the business side. See, this person is being honest, and I can respect it to the fullest, because really, like, all it is, like, this is anxiety. Like, a lot of people, like, they can do it, they can joke around, rap, whatever, but it's like, once you stand in the microphone, like, it becomes real. It's a little bit more personal. It's uncomfortable, because you have to be vulnerable. You have to put yourself out there in front of people, because you don't know how people gonna take it, especially if you're going to a studio and you don't know nobody there. You just got your friends in there. Your friends might laugh at you because they might be scared to step in there or whatever. And then, like, putting your work online, it's like, bruh, people are brutal as fuck online. And I understand it. Like, it's scary. Like, online is scary. I understand them. And then performing, yeah, that's the part that a lot of artists don't really be prepared for, right? Because yeah, performing is an art, and that shit is learned over time. Like, people, you gotta be comfortable in front of strangers and shit. Like, it's crazy. Like, I like this comment though. I like that though. I like it. It is not to mention the business side that cause hella stress and anxiety. I understand it, man. I respect you sharing that though. Okay, we gotta get it out of your own head. You know, like, a lot of people stay in their head, man. That's not a good place to be, because if you're in your head, you know what I'm saying, your mind is gonna lead you down a rabbit hole, and that's gonna lead you down, like, to anxiety, into like depression type stuff like that. So we got another one right here. It says, trying to ignore feelings of doubt and worrying about others things when you finally go 100% in with your music. That's what I'm going through right now. I only feel comfortable telling other musicians, artists, producers, etc. about my music. See, this the thing right here. It's like, you don't need to really. Okay, I only feel comfortable around musician artists. Okay, why do you only feel comfortable around other musicians, artists, producers, and about your music? I would say majority of people would agree with you right here. It's because they know majority of artists and producers feel the same way. So they are only gonna try to tell you nice things about your music. They're not gonna tell you what they don't like about your music. But then again, if you come into my Discord, them niggas is gonna be ruthless and let you have it. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's usually a common problem that a lot of people deal with. Okay, we got another one. Self-doubt, overthinking. All my homies, you and that's crazy. Being self-conscious of how their voice sounds. Look, man, I don't like how my voice sounds, but then I like how my voice sounds, but I don't like it sometimes. Like, you can't really change your voice, but you can improve your voice quality. You know what I'm saying? Learn what to drink, what to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, what to do, how to, like, warm up your voice, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta get over that. Like, at some point, every artist gotta get over their voice, or just being self-conscious of how their voice sounds. Okay. So, overthinking the mix of vocals on the song. Yeah. Yeah, that does a lot, because a lot of people overmix and then it just kills the song. Like, that builds the confidence. It's all trial and error, because if you know something works, you're gonna keep trying to do that thing that works. You're not gonna overthink it, because you know it works. So it's like, the only way you're gonna find out if it works is if you put the music out and get feedback and analyze the feedback. You know, like, all this goes back into play of doing what you can do to make sure everything works for you. Okay, thinking your songs ain't good enough. The only way we can know if our songs aren't good enough is if the people tell us. Like, if you don't put your songs out, can't nobody tell you it's not good. You know what I'm saying? That's not sharing it with your friends. Like, we gotta share that with fans of music. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make bangers all the time. Like, every song, look, every song you record is not gonna be a banger. Trust me, man. These artists that y'all love and listen to all the time, they probably have hard drives full of like trash, unfinished songs that they'll never probably go back to. It's because it's like, you gotta just get the trash songs out the way. So Avatar beats, lack of a motivation and overthinking stuff, trying to be perfect. See, that's the problem. Trying to be perfect. We cannot be perfect. Nobody can be perfect. Everybody has their own definition of perfect. And like, lack of motivation, that, like, we gotta figure out like why we're doing it. That goes back to answering like why we doing music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we know why we're doing it, we'll have that type of motivation, and we gotta build that consistency up to be motivated, you know? Okay, fear of uncertainty. Like, a lot of people need to understand this about being a music artist. Like what I was saying earlier, it's not certain. Like, your security is not, it's not there. Like, it's no guarantee you're gonna be a famous rapper. It's not a guarantee you're gonna get one stream. It's not guarantee you're gonna get 1,000 streams. Like, everything is up to you, how hard you work, how hard you learn the algorithms, how you interact with people, how you brand yourself. Like none of this stuff is certain. Okay, so we got thinking you might not make it even though you're talented is probably one of those problems. Okay, so if you think you might not make it even though you're talented, okay, if you know you're talented, all right, you got to ask yourself, are you doing every single thing possible to where you can make it? And then making it, like, what does it mean to make it to you? Because what this person might think making it is probably completely different from you. You might want to be able to just pay your rent, your house note, buy a house off your music, buy a car off your music, and just go do shows like 6 months out the year off your music. That might be making it to you. Somebody else might make it by being signed to a major and selling like 50,000 first week, 100,000 first week. It's never gonna be the same for every person. So it's like, to make it, we gotta know why or where we want to go to quote unquote make it. All right, and then your talent. So it's like, what is your talent, and are you doing everything you can do to make sure your talent gets there? Right, so it goes back. So we got to get out of our head. We got to write it down on paper, and we got to see, visualize, and work towards that. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Cargo, how to handle criticism, feedback. Not everyone is gonna rock with your sound, and that's okay. That's normal. Alright, learning how to handle criticism, feedback. I'm telling you, this is usually one of the hardest part for the upcoming rappers and shit, because they don't know how to deal with it, because they think negative feedback is hate, and it's not always hate. Sometimes it is, but it's not always hate. So it's so hard to start, like, I don't know. Okay, performance anxiety, that's big, because a lot of people aren't comfortable being in large crowds or in front of people in general, and being vulnerable or sharing their art in front of people anyway. So we got being picky as hell. Yeah, if you don't know what songs to drop, you don't know what's like, what the mix is, the beats, you don't like how it sounds, it might sound old to you because you've been listening to it for weeks or days or months, and like, it's a lot, man. Like, it's really a lot. Alright, so 2x more, 2 times more. Delusions. Yeah, a lot of artists be delusional, because a lot of people, like I said earlier, they get told it's good, they're good, but in reality they're not, right? So they have this false reality of what they think they are, and I don't like when people have those false realities. I want people to see their art for what it is and figure out how to improve it and figure out how to get it to wherever they want to go, you know. So GMVJ, overthinking opinions, yeah, that goes back to the feedback part. Like, you know what I'm saying, self-thought, thinking that the music that's being made is either whack and the mix and master is trash. That all goes back to your head, because like I said earlier, you can write down what's wrong with your mixes. You can write down if your song is whack or not. You can write down, you can really sit there and analyze it and see what's up, and then you can share it with people and see what they say and compare it to what you already think about your music, and you can figure out how to fix it. All right. Impostor syndrome, I'm gonna make a whole video about this. All right, so Dennis, I'm gonna do a whole video about imposter syndrome, because that right there that's gold. All right, so here we go again. We got self-doubt. That is important. Like, that's the biggest one. Like I literally told y'all, this is usually the first problem that a lot of people deal with, and this is the main problem that a lot of people deal with. And then we got stage the creator, and the ability to create sucks. And people usually get these creative blocks, beat block, writer's block, and they just feel like they can't create, and it do suck. But the only way to break through this is try to be creative in other ways, you know what I'm saying? And you know, by doing that, free writing and going out, taking trips, getting new experiences is gonna help you be able to create more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna help. But listen, those are some things that I felt like we had to talk about in this first video. I apologize if the video was a little bit too long, but it had to be this way. You know what I'm saying? It's more helpful this way. Hopefully it was something said in this video to help you feel a little bit better about yourself, so you can look at yourself and figure out what it is that you want from this, what you need to do, how you can improve. And I hope you see that you're not the only person that feels the way that you feel. All right, and I'm here for y'all, man. I'm trying to make the content that can help motivate y'all, to help y'all, inspire y'all to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to make it. I want somebody to be able to live their dreams. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to give up. You know, figure out if you're making music to become famous, for therapeutic reasons. Do you want to just be able to afford certain things in life, live the lifestyle, whatever it is? We can get that, but listen, we got to build confidence. We got to learn how to handle feedback. You know what I'm saying? We gotta work on all that, and we cannot be so scared. Look, and we cannot be scared of success and failure. You know what I'm saying? Those are the 3 problems that artists deal with. So those are the biggest ones. You know what I'm saying? But listen, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Jordxn. I'm out of here. Alright, cool.